Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, consultant audiologist and director of ClearWax. Thank you for joining me in my latest video using the WAXscope. And we have here a patient who attended with bilateral, fully occluding, softened earwax and dead skin. You can see this dead skin around the periphery of the wax plug. So it's a relatively straightforward procedure. However, if you continue to watch, in their left ear, they had what appeared to be some innocuous amount of earwax within the anterior recess. But you'd be quite amazed and shocked by how much wax actually was confined within the anterior recess. And so, yeah, it was surprising for me also. So do stay tuned for that. So we're just using the medium-sized specular for the WAXscope and just performing microsuction. You can see this is coming away with relative ease. Now, this plug of wax that I remove in a moment, when I measured it, it was in excess of 4 centimeters. Now, is it possible for a wax plug to measure that length? In theory, no, unless someone's got an abnormally long ear canal. So the average human ear canal length, an adult, is about 2.6 centimeters. But because there's a lot of dead skin content, the dead skin, it kind of folds upon itself, it coils over itself. So when you remove the wax and keratin plug, the skin unravels, hence why it's a lot longer than the average length of the canal. So there's that bit of wax that I was referring to in the anterior recess. It doesn't look a lot, does it? But we've zoomed in using the WAXscope. I'm just going to get it in focus and just going to use a 17 gauge suction tube. I prefer that over the 18 gauge now. It's still very, got a narrow tip, but it's just a bit more powerful without any excess additional noise. So yeah, as you can see, there's a tremendous amount of wax hidden away in the anterior recess. So we have some residual wax just staining the canal wall. We're going to leave that. It's nice and healthy for the patient. And of course, they've been using a lot of softening drops, so you're going to get this natural staining. So olive oil can make the wax really, really soft, as you can see. And I prefer patients using oil than any other softening drops. Partly because olive oil doesn't break down the wax. That's important to know, but it softens it. With other types of softening drops, it fragments the wax. It doesn't dissolve it, doesn't get rid of it, but it fragments it. And the problem with that then is that a lot of these drops contain urea, for example, which makes the wax plug very mushy, and the liquids and solids separate. So when patients put the drops in their ear, and allowing it to settle deep in the ear, when they come back the other way to drain it, all the solid matter remains, a majority of it anyway, in the ear, and it can stick against the eardrum, and it can be very difficult to suction and clean. So it's only certain patient groups that I veer away from olive oil. So patients with keratosis obtrans, where you do want to fragment the epidermal plug, olive oil's not really going to soften that. But typically, yeah, I prefer using oil. So this is their right side again. Patient's been using a lot of drops. It's just this layer of skin that I'm just peeling away, and that will help to mobilize the wax plug. Now this wax looks at the entrance of the ear, but it's not. It's probably halfway into the ear canal. Because of the magnification of the WAXscope, it just looks a lot closer. And then this final plug is probably 1/3 of the way in, so we're just going to get that in focus. We know this wax has been in the ear for a while because of its colour. It's quite dark, it's oxidised. And we're slowly going to tease this away. So what are the health benefits of wax? Why is it that our ears produce wax? So earwax is a natural moisturiser. It's full of lipids and sweat, so it helps to moisturise the skin that lines the ear canal. And then it helps the underlying skin retain its internal moisture because it's hydrophobic, earwax, because it's full of triglycerides, for example. So it prevents the skin from drying and cracking, and it also helps repel external water, so it stops the maceration of skin. Earwax is also mildly acidic, so it inhibits the growth of pathogenic bacteria, which are more neutrophilic, so they prefer more neutral alkaline conditions. And earwax is sticky, so any foreign particles that may enter the ear, it sticks to the wax like a spider's web. And for the majority of the population, to 90 to 92%, earwax naturally migrates out of the ear by itself, so it's ear self-cleansing. So having a bit of wax in the ear is not going to be an issue. And there's that big plug of wax and keratin tail, so it's measured in at 4 centimeters. So if you are interested in the WAXscope, please do email info@clearwax.co.uk. Thank you, bye.